So after winning an NBA championship and getting a second ring for his career, Alex Caruso comes out and makes a hilarious comment talking about the Lakers with LeBron winning the title in the bubble and saying that now with Thunder, he got a real title. As you all know by now, the Oklahoma City Thunder won the 2025 NBA title. And with that, they will get their championship rings soon, which LeBron says they don't matter. Alex Caruso won his first NBA title with the Lakers and LeBron during the bubble in 2020. LeBron James always goes out of his way to make the championship in 2020 look like the hardest that has ever been won in the NBA because he had to concentrate only on basketball. Imagine that. He always complains about the isolation and not being able to see his family while going for the title, and once there was a perfect response to his comments by Steven Adams, who said,
mentally, how's the adjustment been to dealing with life, constantly living with your teammates and not really having an opportunity to get away, and just overall your thoughts on life inside the bubble right now?
It's all good, mate. Let's be clear, mate. This is not Syria, mate. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard. It's not that difficult, mate. You know what I mean? We're living in a bloody resort, you know. Everyone's got to complain. Everyone has their own preferences, mate. But you know, it's not anything too serious. It's just a bit of dry food here and there, and yeah, get bored every now and then. But it's all good, man. It's pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool because you actually get to interact with a couple of the other teams, players on the other teams, you know. So that's pretty cool.
LeBron just has to make everything he does seem the best and hardest to prop up his case of being an NBA GOAT as best as he can. But for me, as I've been stating over and over, that conversation has been over for over 10 years. Recently, he even made some comments about riding the elevator during the bubble when he would be in the elevator with his opponent. He called it mental warfare. He also has recently said that NBA rings don't matter in picking who the best basketball of all time is. That's what we get from LeBron James on a daily basis, and people are surprised podcasters makes videos about him. So the finals ended yesterday and the Thunder won the title. During the post-game press conference, Alex Caruso at the podium getting asked questions, and one question comes his way to which he gives a hilarious response. I'm going to play that clip for you, and then we can respond to it. But first, welcome. My name is Paul, and this is The Basketball Show, where I talk today's NBA, current events, news, players, history, and more. All completely unbiased, even though some people disagree, because any opposing opinion to weak people is always hating. Truth is truth, and I try to stand by that. Here is the Caruso clip.
A championship is a championship, but there were 70 people in the gym when you won your first one.
Yeah.
How much better?
Probably like 150, but
maybe 100, maybe even 200. But
maybe.
How much better does this one feel?
Yeah, now I got a real one. Now nobody can say anything. Yeah, I think just because of the way the team is constructed now versus the team I had in 2020, like it was much harder with this team just because of the experience, right? And everybody talked about you need experience to win a championship, and you need this, that, and the other. And I said multiple times through the postseason with this team that the good basketball is good basketball, winning basketball is winning basketball, and the best team can win no matter what happens if you go out there and execute and do the stuff that you need to do to win the game. And I think through the playoffs, this team grew up and learned on the fly, which most teams have to learn through losses and learn through defeat. And I think this team learned through success. And it's a unique capability to be able to do that for, 21 to 27-year-old kids. And for me, I've seen greats do it, so I knew the way, I knew the mindset. But to see these guys do it, man, it's really cool to see it in person, and I'm so happy for the guys just to be able to figure it out and to be able to get this done.
So Alex Caruso starts funny right away and said that he finally won a real title and no one can say anything about it. That's hilarious because he's alluding to NBA fans calling the bubble championship the Mickey Mouse title and not a real championship. Caruso laughed while saying that, but it makes for an interesting story. He did say that this title was probably way harder to win than the one in the bubble because of the OKC Thunder being so young and inexperienced. He described the learning process with his team being totally different, as every other team always learns through losses, while the OKC Thunder this year learned through wins. I cannot fail to remind everyone that early in the game in the first quarter, Tyrese Halliburton, who seemed to get off to a very good start being 3 of 4 in threes early, got injured and never came back into the game. Most likely, it looks like an Achilles tear. A loss of a player like that for the Pacers was a huge blow, which they were not able to make up for in any way. Halliburton and Siakam were the main two stars that got the Pacers to the NBA Finals, and losing one of the main options on the team while playing the Thunder, who's very deep and also very talented, was just too much for the Pacers to overcome. I like Caruso's playful approach to the question and the recognition that many NBA fans see the bubble title as one of the easiest ones won in the NBA. Caruso's Lakers team had the experience factor going for them, as the NBA teams before those bubble playoffs were off for a significant time, and many inexperienced teams just took too much off and were not in their top shape while playing in those bubble playoffs. Lakers stayed in shape and were able to win the title, which forever will hold an asterisk next to it. Here, with losing Halliburton, where probably the main offensive weapon for the Pacers was unavailable, it might also put a small asterisk by the Thunder title, although nothing like the bubble in any way. I mean, there have been teams that won titles against teams with main players being injured. There was really no asterisk behind them because that's a normal course of action. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, Caruso's comments as well. Share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you back in the next video.
I call LeBron out for something. Nobody says Charles Barkley's not amazing. Nobody says Allen Iverson's not amazing. Nobody says Dan Marino's not amazing. But Barkley isn't MJ, and Marino's not Brady. And the reason is the trophies. And LeBron knows that. LeBron has no chance to win a trophy with the current Laker roster, so now they don't matter. He spent his entire career pursuing titles. You think he went to Miami to lay on the beach? He didn't go west. He stayed in the weak east to keep getting to finals. LeBron pursued finals, and Michael 6 for 6 for years. The LeBron saying the rings are overrated. No, they're not. And nobody's saying you have to have them to be great. To be the all-time great, you gotta have them.